All right, guys, I'm checking out Wild Immersion right now, and I don't want to get away from this. I kind of want to be in here all day long. This is amazing. But before we get to talk to the location scout as well as the founder of Wild Immersion, let's take a look at a clip right now. I'm joined by founder Adrien and Moisson, as well as Marie Polo, the location scout. How are you two doing today? Thank you so much for coming in. Really appreciate it. And I got to be completely honest. I'm a little shaky, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Let's talk about the project. What gave you this idea to do this in the first place?
In fact, I was doing advertising. I had a production company. It was really working. We were doing like 200 production a year, like film, event, even website, creating festival. But at one point, I saw that I had a bad impact on the planet, like pushing for overconsumption, creating buzz for big brands who were not taking care of that environment and even like children work or this kind of stuff. So I decided to stop everything. I gave the company to my brother. We still have the factory with like artists working, etc. And I took almost 1 year to think about what I could do who will have a positive impact on the planet. So I arrived with Wild Immersion, which is a mix between all I know. It's like film, music, event, new technologies, and also I'm a vet. At the beginning, I was a veterinarian.
Wow.
And I've made a business school also. So I put all together to create the first virtual reserve.
Wow.
So like that, I can teleport you into nature, and you will be really surrounded by animals.
That's great. And you partnered with Jane Goodall and the Jane Goodall Institute to bring this wild immersion to as many people as possible. Is that right?
Exactly. We are creating locations, so VR theater, but the real goal is to finance real reserves. So that's why I decided to partner with Jane Goodall, because she's really great on environment and preservation.
Absolutely.
And we are working like soon to open a reserve in Tanzania, a marine reserve in Indonesia, trying to protect pangolin, which is one of the most endangered species in Asia, this kind of stuff. Our goal is to raise awareness about wildlife and protection, because you know that 60% of species disappeared in 40 years. But we will do it by wonder. We want to amaze people.
You want to inspire and awe people.
Exactly. We want to be positive and to bring people into nature, to show them how beautiful our planet is, and how it's incredible to see wild animals. It's totally different to see them in real than in a zoo. I think you experienced that.
Like I said, I wasn't kidding when I said I was a little bit shaky. When you feel like you're so close. And Marie, let's talk about that, the location shooting for this. You guys shot on 360 on film, so you guys can see everything. It's a super immersive experience. And conservationists like Jane Goodall have been using television as a medium to kind of spread the message of conservationism for a while now. But how is VR changing that whole experience?
In fact, it's changing totally everything, because you can be there. You see, I take your eyes and I put you into Africa with lion around. And just after, I put you swimming with dolphins. And you can see koala bear in Australia. You are really there, so you can look everywhere. And we wanted to create relaxing film, not like gaming or like shooting games or this kind of stuff.
Absolutely, not in your face intense, but very relaxing and tranquil. Marie, let's talk about the filming process. How does that all happen?
Well, so basically, Adrien was the one with Raphael Opi, who's the other director. They went together to film wild animals everywhere around the world for a couple of months, and we presented the project at Cannes Film Festival last year. It was a big success. We had a lot of media coverage in France, and that allowed us to start doing installations. First, ephemeral, so like more like pop-up installations, and now we started since December to have permanent installations. We basically create our own VR cinemas where we present our content, and the idea is to create a collective VR experience. So we don't want to have like gaming with VR, very isolating experience. We want people to enter space where even putting on the headsets, they already are traveling.
You feel in a community already.
Exactly,
That's
and
great.
so we create, for example, a suspended jungle or an underwater experience, or like a northern light with like iceberg tops, and people basically just sit in this, put on the headset and travel together. And Go for it.
And that's why we partner with Lenovo for this headset, because it's really comfortable, it's really for all the family, and it's really a collective experience. That's why we are creating VR theater. We already open in France, Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland, China, and we want to open in US. That's why we are in Sundance, to find like some theater and to spread everywhere.
We really hope you guys can make it here. I would love to see an exhibit like this in every city. I think it's so important for people to be able to connect with nature and to see and almost feel Mother Nature, right, through this experience. Where can people go to experience this here in Sundance during these 10 days?
So we will have exactly
right here. Perfect. All right. So I'm just going to read that off if I may,
we
just so
have
you
two
can.
corners.
There's two. So they're at the Flytech Lounge from the 25th to the 29th, and you guys are at Kia Telluride, the Supper Suite, from the 25th to the 27th. So thank you guys so much, Adrien and Marie. Thank you so very much. You guys are doing an amazing mission here. Really appreciate it. Be sure and go check out the Wild Immersion VR experience. I guarantee it'll leave you shaking, just like it left me shaking. We'll be right back.